It is pretty well known at this point that with manual wing sweep in War Thunder, the MiG-23 and 27 can pull extremely high turn rates to the point that they can go toe-to-toe with F-5Es and Vigans, and will often win in these fights as well. However, most of these fights are done in mouse aim, where keyboard elevator inputs are all that is used to try and maintain these turns. It works quite well enough to win the fights, but there is still a superior method, elevator trim. So to try and measure the highest possible turn rate the MiG-27 could sustain, I found an optimal rate speed, roughly 360 miles an hour indicated, or 580 kilometers an hour indicated, and then timed how long it took for a full flat turn. From this, we can then calculate the turn rate in degrees per second with the equation R equals 360 divided by T, or time in seconds.
Второй, что там видать? Ничего не видать, командир. Горизонт чист.
Using this equation, we can now plug in the time it took for one turn, or 18.63 seconds, and for a MiG-27 on reference flight model running minimum load at close to sea level, this results in a sustained turn rate of 19.3 degrees per second. Some more testing at an altitude of 15,000 feet, or 4.57 kilometers, if this seems arbitrary right now, will become clear in a minute, yielded a sustained turn rate of 13.8 degrees per second. How does this compare to other fighters? We can look at some real-world energy maneuverability diagrams to find out. To read these diagrams for sustained turn rate, look for the curve labeled 0 p subscript s, meaning that there's no energy gained or lost. Then find the highest peak on that curve and find the turn rate on the vertical axis. For the F-16A Viper, its energy maneuverability diagram shows that for 2 AIM-9s and 50% internal fuel, it reaches a maximum turn rate of just over 14 degrees per second. However, this chart is for 15,000 feet, so we'll have to compare it to the second figure that we got for the MiG-27. And it actually does compare quite well. The F-16 was designed to be a dogfighter, while the MiG-27 was a strike fighter adaptation of the MiG-23. Therefore, we can expect even better results from the MiG-23M and MLD, which unfortunately I cannot test right now. Still, this shows just how insanely good the sustained turn rate on the MiG-23 and 27 are, and hopefully this will provide some insight into how to fly them, or how to fly against them in dogfights.